One of the main things I've noticed in my time on the internet, and more specifically, my time on YouTube, is that people make videos for all kinds of reasons. There is, of course, a what seems to be a majority underlier of people who make videos for the reasons of simply being popular, to simply get click through, to simply attract advertising revenue. Now, in the financial corner, which is one of the main corners that I've spent time with in YouTube, between financial, outdoor adventure, freedom, blah 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 crap. Um, there are some very very damaging hosts that put forth a lot of um, how do I say uh, financial BS that eh, at the least of which just is nonsense, and then at the worst of which can actually harm people financially if the advice is followed. Now, somewhere in the middle of this, as sort of a hub to it, Don Harold from the Day Trade Show recently had a guest on there on his show, name of Belen GP. Belen GP. Now, here's part two of the two-part interview. If you want to check out Day Trade Show, that's Don Harold. I know some specifically Airline has a bit of a bone to pick with Don, but we'll leave that conversation for another day. Now, this is going to be I'm going to take you through some of my responses and between an interaction between myself, Cosmos Gato, and a Silverfish VT, which is it Silverfish Vermont? Okay, so I made the comment, interesting point of view from your guest regarding wealth storage. I was talking with Don, and the reason why I made that comment had to do with Bellin is very big on the correlation between metals pricing and petroleum, the oil price. And I thought that was good because it's sort of innovative, to hear a person from the quote unquote stacker community that is, not saying, oh gee whiz, it's the end of the world. And so I thought that was good. And then Cosmos replies, really? This isn't for you the umpteenth time hearing this drivel. For me, it was just yet another dude going through midlife crisis regurgitating a secret he learned on YouTube. Watching YouTube for finance is like watching the Flintstones to study anthropology. Not smart, but it is entertaining. I replied, I don't think this guy is the problem. And then, a little bit later, I think it was a few hours ago, or a few hours later, oh dear, I took a moment to look at the guest content. You are right. I had a little typo. Cosmos replied, the gold and silver community is now cousin to the freeman movement, the disaffected and desperate, and those that exploit them. Cosmos Gato. Then I put up, I sub to Finance and Liberty just to see the content that would pop up, and based on that content that gets hits, I think you are onto something with that theory. What I personally don't like, and Don Harold too alluded to in this couple of videos ago, is how when one searches for information on an investment subject, these stupid silver stacker videos come to the top of the list due to their popularity metric. And that's when Silverfish VT interjected. Lambdog, exactly what about the guest content do you disagree with? Be specific. Plenty of vague disagreements in the comments section of both videos, but nobody refutes a single specific point. I would be interested to hear your view. I replied, I'll be happy to. I will have something together towards the beginning of next week. Now, it is the beginning of next week, yes, and here we are. Now, this is what I want to show you is right here when, oh dear, I took a moment to look at the guest content. You are right. Let me show you exactly what I saw at first. And naturally, this isn't the end-all, be-all of what I've explored on Bellin's website, but and I'll get further into this because to make a long story short, and trust me, it's not too late for that. To make a long story short, I go back to what I said here, where I don't think he's a bad guy. I think, I'm not going to lump him in with some of these other guys, your brother Johns and all those other fools. But this is why I didn't. Was my immediate near, my immediate knee-jerk reaction. I go to the YouTube page of this person, which I had never been to before. And, immediately his avatar, of course, is Smaug over the gold. I don't know if that means he's the dragon or he's the gold or he's telling the story. The gold and the petrodollar connection, very interesting. It's something I've seen before. Peak production of finite resources. Okay. That's an interesting theory, the whole peak oil and peak stuff. But here's the thing. Read this stuff. Right here. The nature of exponential growth and the nature of finite production curves. Something's got to give. I don't know what he's supposed to mean by that. And we have a lot of videos to go through to really understand. But then, here's where things get a little dicey for me, and I made it to this point before making that comment. Financial system reset. Why a financial reset is coming. That's a statement of certainty right here, right? Is this what I'm really seeing? And this is, I haven't clicked on any of these videos. I don't really know what they're about, but these are the first things that my eye is taking in. You got this $100 bill burning. All paper is a credit of perceived value, which, if I'm to understand what is meant by that, it means that paper currency doesn't actually have value, regardless of its scarcity or whichever. Why paper is doomed to fail, right? The heist, what holds it together. Now, again, to make a long story short, I've begun to watch Bellin's videos, and they are good, and I don't think he's a bad guy. What I'm doing right here, I'm just showing you what I saw when I went to take a look at the website. So then I continue to come down, and we've got some interesting videos, and then this right here, the picture of what's his name from Christopher Walken from Deer Hunter, where he's like mentally ill. It's just one of those things that I have a problem with, the imagery. And it all goes to tell a story. You know what I mean? And to be fair, take a look at my channel. What does my channel actually say? And this is why I look further. I mean, my own personal channel, let's take a look. And we want to look at it. What do we have? I don't have a channel trailer anymore. View as public. This is what people see when they come to my channel. They see a little outdoorsy thing, a little picture of a dog going after some sheep, and my upload content right here, and then my popular videos and my liked video. I mean, I'm like a kid just playing around. I don't, on my playlists, my home page doesn't have these shocking, crazy, weird playlists because I'm not trying to convey that message. I'm trying to keep it light. Now, if you do happen to look at my playlists, I don't know. I try hard to communicate correctly what I'm trying to express, and I assume that other people are doing the same. So, again, long story short, I don't think in my research, I don't think, again, that Bellin GP is the problem, okay? Especially after taking another look, which I did, and we're going to continue to take a look at this this particular YouTube user, this voice in the financial stacker community. and I'm going to share with you this week what I do like about them, what I don't like, and more specifically what I don't like about some of these harmful channels, and how to spot them, and just getting like I said, very specific about what I don't like, which I believe when I showed you Silverfish, I believe where I showed the imagery and what immediately comes up, with these things of a financial reset is coming, and something is doomed to fail, and then you got a picture of a dude committing suicide. um, what all is being communicated to the audience. um, that is specifically what I have an issue with. Or is it is it going to affect the uninitiated and influence them into making a mistake financially? That's what I have a problem with. All right, we'll have more of this soon, and we'll make them daily doses till we get through it. And thanks again for watching, and we will catch y'all tomorrow.